Hello my dear children, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to continue the prose which we started in our last class. Do you remember the name of the prose, children? It is prose number 4, The Rat Trap, written by Selma Lagerlöf. So in our last class we saw the first part. Now we are going to see the second part. But before we start, let us have a small recap. So what did we see? Whom did we meet in our last class? We saw a rat trap seller. He is also called a peddler and a vagabond by the author. Peddler means what? The one who sells things on the roads, on the streets, okay? And vagabond, the person who doesn't have any house, family, and who simply roams on the road in search of food and shelter. So he is called a peddler and a vagabond, and he was indulged in small thievery, petty thievery, begging, and also he sold some rat traps made up of wires. So who do you think the rat traps were made by? They were made by the rat trap seller, the peddler himself. Okay, so from where he got money? He used to beg and he was indulged in petty thievery. So with that money he used to buy the materials and he used to make the rat traps and he used to sell them. And as I already told you in the last class, that he was not accepted by anyone in the world, and even he had the same kind of attitude for the people in the world. And one day a thought came in his mind and he started comparing the whole world with a rat trap. So like to catch a rat in a rat trap, we usually keep a small piece of cheese or a small piece of bread or a small piece of carrot to catch the rat. Yes or no? So likewise, we humans, we also have so many baits in our life. What are the baits? The joys, riches. Riches means wealth, money. And some people, they run after popularity, name, fame, yes or no, power. So there are different baits in the world and we get attracted towards those baits, and finally we end up in getting trapped in the world's rat trap. So the same thing happens to us. So this is a metaphor, children, don't forget. And what happened, one day he was searching for a shelter. So he came to a house and he knocked the door, and an old man opened the door. He thought that he would not be invited, but to his surprise, he invited him inside the house. Who was the old man? He was a crofter, and he became very friendly and sociable. Unlike other people of the world, he was very friendly, and he also offered him some porridge to eat, some tobacco, and he also played cards with him. Now not only this, children, he also shared some personal events of his life. He said that once upon a time he was very rich, and he was working as a crofter in some Ramsjo's ironworks, but nevertheless now he has one cow and he sells the milk and the cheese and the cream of the cow, and he earned nearly 30 kroner per month. And he also showed the 30 kroner which he had kept in the leather pouch near the window. So this peddler, you should not forget that he was a thief also. He was a small thief, and he saw the money which was kept in the leather pouch. The next morning, this man, he was getting late. He had to milk his cow. So both of them, the peddler as well as the crofter, they left the house at the same time. But after half an hour, this peddler, he came back. He went near the window. He smashed the window. What is the meaning of smashed? S-M-A-S-H-E-D. S-M-A-S-H-E-D. What is smashing? Smashing means breaking. Okay, so he broke the window. He put his hand inside the window. He caught hold of the leather pouch. He took the pouch out. He took the money from the pouch, and he put the money in his pocket, and he put the pouch in the window, and he left the place. And instead of taking the highway, he chose the way of forest. Why? Because he was worried about, for the cops. He was worried about the cops, the police. He might get caught, yes or no? So he instead of going on by the road, he went inside the forest, and he roamed in the forest for a long time because he was not getting a way out. So he was searching. So he was searching for a way, but he couldn't find. But finally, after roaming for a long time, he felt he was very tired, and he fell on the ground. And after falling, he heard some hammer sound, and he thought that some people might be around him. So he staggered to the ironworks, okay, from the to the direction where the sound was coming. Stagger means what? This word we saw in the last class. Staggering means walking with a lot of difficulty. So after roaming, since he was very tired, he was not able to walk properly. It was very difficult for him to walk, but somehow he reached the ironworks, Ramsjo ironworks, and he saw a big smelter, rolling mill, and forge. Everything was kept inside that ironworks. And we also saw some facts about this ironworks. During summer season, the transporting was done through barges and scows. What do you mean by barges and scows? That means the flat-bottomed ships or boats. They are called barges and scows. And during winter, since the canal was frozen, the transporting was done through the roads, and it was full of charcoal dust. Charcoal means the coal dust. Now let's see what happened next. Yes, so after reaching the ironworks, what did he see? He saw two people inside that ironworks. One was a blacksmith, the master smith. Blacksmith means what? The person who does the iron work is called blacksmith. The person who does gold business, the gold work, he is called goldsmith. So one master blacksmith, master smith was there, and along with him one helper was also there. And both of them, they were sitting near the furnace. And this master smith, he was wearing a very long shirt, and he was also wearing wooden shoes. And then both of them, they were waiting for a pig iron to come. Pig iron means the raw iron, okay, the crude iron, which was about to put in the fire to change the shape and all. So that raw iron is called pig iron. So both of them, they were waiting for the pig iron, and both of them, they were stirring one by one. They were taking turns, and they were stirring the hot liquid in the furnace. So it was very hot, so one by one they were going. So one man went there, it was very hot, he started sweating. The next man goes, and again he stirs. Okay, so like this they were stirring the hot liquid in the furnace. Different kinds of sounds were also heard, children, since it was an iron work, right? So the groaning of bellows were heard. Groaning means what? The sound, okay. Bellows means, see in the first picture you can see a bellow. Bellow means big air bags through which the air comes out to the fire, okay. So that is called bellows. So the groaning of bellows was heard, and then the crackling of burning of coal was heard, then the clattering of shovel. So these are all sounds, children. Groaning, crackling, clattering, roaring, whipping. These are the different kinds of sounds, okay. Shovel of coal means what? Shovel means to take, to remove, to move. So in the third picture you can see two men. They are moving, they are taking the coal and they are putting it in the fire. So that's called shoveling. So that sound was also heard. And the roaring of waterfall, which was nearby, it was also heard. And the whipping of rain, which was brought by the north wind, it was also heard, children. So these sounds were heard in the ironwork. Next is the peddler. He entered, and because of the sound, we saw the groaning, clattering, and because of these sounds, nobody noticed the peddler coming inside. He reached the furnace, and the master smith and the helper, they noticed the peddler once he reached the furnace, because they were also standing near the furnace. And these two people, actually, they were not surprised, because they were accustomed to, they were habitual, they more often, people like this peddler, they used to come there for shelter. Okay, because it was December and it was very cold, and the furnace, it gave a lot of heat. So due to that heat, many visitors, they used to visit this place, especially the travelers. So this peddler was also, um, he was given some space. Peddler, he got permission to stay there. The master smith, he allowed, but he was very arrogant. Okay, he just nodded his head. He didn't open his mouth and say a word. He simply nodded his head and allowed him to sleep there for one night. Immediately, the iron master, who was the owner of that ironworks, he arrived there for some inspection. What is the meaning of inspection? Just to check, okay, whether the work was going properly or not, whether the people were working properly, these kind of stuff. So he came for an inspection, and he saw this ragamuffin there. What do you mean by ragamuffin? A ragamuffin means the person who was in rags. Okay, so this peddler, he wore torn clothes, yes or no? So he was in rags only. So he was a ragamuffin. He saw this man. He went near him, and he started looking at him very carefully. Then the ironmaster, he took off his slouch. Took off means to remove. Slouch means a hat which is bent on one side. Okay, so you can imagine the hat of a cowboy. Okay, that kind of hat is called a slouch. So he removed his slouch to look at this man very carefully. And you know what happened? He mistook this peddler as an old acquaintance. Acquaintance means a known person. Okay, therinjavanga. It's called acquaintance, maybe a friend. So this ironmaster, he mistook the peddler as his old friend. What was the name of the friend? Nils Olof. Okay, so he started talking to him. But you know what, this peddler, he had never seen him before, but he thought that if ironmaster thinks him as his friend, so after looking at him, looking at his pity condition, he would help him by giving some money. So what he did, he didn't reveal his true identity. He didn't say that, no, I'm not your friend, I'm a peddler, I'm a rat trap seller. So instead of revealing his identity, what he did, he started continuing the conversation with him. He said, yes, my dear friend, I had seen a very bad time in my life. Alright, so he made the ironmaster believe that he was Nils Olof. Alright, so this ironmaster, he replied that he shouldn't have left the regiment. So by this word regiment, usually this word is connected with what? With army. Okay, with the military. So by this we can understand that Nils Olof was some way connected to the army, and later we come to know that he was a captain in the army. So the ironmaster, he replied that he shouldn't have left the army, he shouldn't have resigned. Okay, so after this the ironmaster, he invited the peddler to his house, but the peddler denied. What is the meaning of deny? Denying means to refuse. Why he refused? Because he had the stolen money with him. Yes or no? And he was very much scared of getting caught. And that too, talking about army, captain and all that, he got very much worried. But this ironmaster, he told him that he was staying alone. He was staying with his only daughter, and his wife was no more, and his sons were settled in abroad. Okay, and he requested him to celebrate Christmas with him. But this peddler, he denied, he refused, because he was very much worried to get caught. And after that, what happened, let us see. After that, after half an hour, the ironmaster, he sent his daughter, because he thought that he was sure that Edla, the daughter, she was very good in convincing people. So he sent his daughter, and she came in a carriage along with a valet. Valet means an attendant, a servant, an assistant. Okay, so Edla, she came along with a valet, and the valet was carrying a small fur coat. Okay, for who do you think this fur coat was for? Obviously it was for the peddler. See, we know he is a peddler, but according to Edla, who was he? He was one of the old acquaintances of her father, and he was a captain too. So she brought one fur coat for him. Now this Edla, she was not very pretty, but she was very modest and shy. What do you mean by modest? Modest means very humble, very kind. Okay, so she, even though she was not pretty, but still she was very modest, very humble, very kind, and very shy also. When she reached this place, she saw that everybody was busy. The blacksmith, the master smith, he was sitting on a bench, and they were working with the ironworks and all. And the peddler, he was lying near the furnace, keeping the pig iron under his head. So she went near him and she removed his hat, and he saw that he was sleeping with one eye open. Now as soon as this peddler, he saw this lady, he got shocked, and suddenly he jumped out of his place. And Edla, she asked him not to worry, and she introduced herself. She said that she was Edla Wilmanson, and she also said that she had come there to take him home with her father's permission. Now this Edla, she looked at him, and she thought, from his appearance and his behavior. Why? Because he was very much scared. Okay, so through this, she understood, she thought that he might be a thief, because he was not at all looking like a captain. A captainship in army is a very big post. It's a high rank in army. So he was not at all looking like a captain, rather he was looking like a thief. But still she had a lot of sympathy for him, and she said that she had come there to take him home with her. Now this peddler, after a lot of persuasion from Edla, he accepted, and Edla was very different for him. Why? Because he had never met a woman like this. Usually the people used to be very unkind and impolite and rude to him, but this Edla, she was unlike the other people. She was very kind hearted, and this peddler, he had to accept her invitation. So he went along with the lady Edla, and he also accepted the fur coat from the valet. He wore it and he started following her. So both of them, they in the carriage, they reached the house, and the next day, and already it was night, yes or no? So the next day, it was breakfast time, and Ironmaster and Edla, they started chatting about this peddler. Okay, I mean the captain, according to the Ironmaster. So it was Christmas Eve, children. Christmas Eve means the day before the Christmas. So if Christmas is on 25th of December, when is Christmas Eve? 24th of December. So on 24th of December, the Christmas Eve, Ironmaster, he expressed to his daughter that he wanted to help his old friend by finding a new job for him. But Edla, still she was doubtful about this peddler, because in no angle he was looking like a captain and an educated fellow. He was looking like a beggar. He was in his rags. He was like a ragamuffin, yes or no? So she didn't believe, and she expressed that concern to her father also. And the father, he did not agree, okay, with Edla, and he just tried to convince her that it was because he had no job, he had no money, and because of that he was, he had his hard times and all. But anyway, the peddler, after a long time, he came. He was brought by the valet. Valet, please remember this word, VALET. The valet brought peddler in the dining hall, and This peddler, now he was very clean, he was neat, he took bath also, he had his hair cut also, and he was wearing ironmaster's clothes, shoes and shirt. So basically he was looking very neat and clean. And now the problem comes. What is the problem? Now the true face, the actual face was showing to Ironmaster. And now the Ironmaster realized that this man, the peddler, was not his old comrade. Comrade means old friend. Okay. He was not his old friend, and he didn't have any kind of resemblance. Resemblance means looking same. So he didn't have any resemblance with Niels Olof, and he started screaming at him. What do you mean by screaming? Shouting. Okay, so the Ironmaster, he started shouting, and he started asking for explanation why he came to his house when he was not his friend. Okay, so the peddler, he knew that this was going to happen. He knew that the Ironmaster would recognize him, would identify him, and he was ready to face the consequences. Consequences means what? The results. Okay, so he was ready for everything. He started explaining his side also. He said that he just wanted a shelter. He wanted a place just to stay for one night, because it was very cold outside. And once he saw the furnace, once he saw he got the heat from the furnace, he decided to take shelter in nearby the furnace. So he explained everything, and still the Ironmaster, he was not satisfied. He was still angry, and he also threatened him that he would call a sheriff. What do you mean by sheriff? Sheriff means the police. Okay, so he started threatening him that he would call sheriff because he hid his true identity. And the rat trap seller, he also got very much angry, and he said that the whole world is a rat trap where there are so many baits for humans, and today this rat trap seller got caught. Tomorrow, in future, even the Ironmaster would get trapped someday. Okay, so he started talking philosophy, and suddenly Edla, she stopped the Ironmaster from calling the sheriff. Why? Because we already know that she was very much kind-hearted, and she didn't want anybody to get hurt, that too on Christmas Eve. Okay, it was Christmas, so she wanted everybody to be happy. So she didn't want to hurt. So what she did, she stopped her father from calling the police, and she also ran towards the door. She closed the door, and she asked the peddler to stay with them for the Christmas. Okay, so this kind of kindness peddler was, it was very new for the peddler, because usually he was thrashed, he was not invited, not entertained, or he was not spoken to in a kind manner in this world. But Edla was very different. Even the crofter we have seen, he was very different. So continuously he was meeting very kind people. So Edla, she closed the door, and she brought peddler to the dining table, and she requested him to eat the food. The Ironmaster, finally, he also got agreed because it was Christmas, and he also agreed with the daughter. But still, he warned her, because he was a stranger. They didn't know anything about the peddler. But nevertheless, everybody had the food, and the peddler, he started eating, and he was thinking why she stopped him. Okay. Because it was very different for him. Okay, she was very kind and unique. She was very different from other people. So he was thinking why she stopped him. Okay, so let's see what happened after that. Yes, the peddler, after eating the breakfast, he went to sleep. He went to the guest house. On the sofa, he fell asleep. And after waking up, it was lunchtime, so he had his lunch, and again he went back to sleep. So just imagine, he was just sleeping since morning. Why? Because he was very, very tired, because in the previous day he roamed a lot in the forest. Yes or no? So he was very tired and he fell asleep. And he was sleeping as if he didn't sleep for ages, children. Because we know no that he didn't have any house, so wherever he got shelter, he used to sleep. So he was sleeping, and now it was evening. The family lit up the Christmas tree, which made the peddler also to wake up. But again, he went back to sleep because he was very tired, and it was dinner time now. It was night, so he was called for the dinner. He was given fish and porridge for the dinner, and he was very much moved by this kind gesture of the family, children. He thanked each and everybody there, and Edla, she asked him to keep the shirt. Which shirt? The father's shirt, okay, to keep as a Christmas gift. And she also requested him to join the family for the next Christmas also. This peddler, he was very much amazed and surprised at this kind behavior of Edla, children, because he had never met such kind of people in his life. Alright, so this was a new environment, this was a new experience for him. Okay, he was among very kind people surrounding him, so he felt very good. He was very much amazed and surprised. So let's see what happened after that. Now the next morning, it was Christmas, okay, it was 25th of December. So this ironmaster and Edla, both of them, they went to the church for the Christmas service. Early in the morning they left, but they did not disturb the peddler. They just left him to sleep, and around 10 o'clock, very hurriedly, they returned from the church, okay, in their carriage. So very hurriedly they were, as if something wrong happened in the house. So what actually happened is, in the church, some people they were talking about some crofter who was robbed by a rat trap seller. Okay, so we don't know who is that crofter, we don't know who is the rat trap seller. Okay, so this Edla and the father, they thought that the rat trap seller might be the same rat trap seller who was sleeping in their house. Okay, so they rushed back to their house from the church. Immediately they reached the house, and immediately they asked the valet about the rat trap seller, and they also told him about the story which they heard, the thing which they heard in the church, that some crofter was robbed by the rat trap seller. So they were very much worried about the silver spoons which were kept in the cupboard and the other expensive things. On hearing this, the valet, he said that the rat trap seller had already left, and instead of taking things, he had kept some things in the house, especially for Edla. What did he keep? He kept a small Christmas present for Edla. Now this Edla, she was surprised, and the ironmaster was shocked, okay, because he didn't expect this. So they got the box. The box was actually very roughly packed, okay, it was not neatly packed, it was roughly packed, and it easily you can make out what is there inside the box. So Edla, she unwrapped the box, and she found three things, children. One was a rat trap, the other one was 30 kroner bills, okay, 10 kroner bills were there, which he took from the crofter. Do you remember that? Those three notes were kept, and also a letter was kept. Okay, now she took the letter, she opened it, and these words were written. Okay, the rat trap is a Christmas gift from a rat who would have been caught in this world's rat trap if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. Written with friendship and high regards, Captain Wants Tale. So this was written in that letter, children, and not only this, one more line was added. It was return the 30 kroner to the old crofter. Okay, so these things were written. Just see this sentence, children. The rat trap is a Christmas gift from a rat. So how can a rat give a gift? So who is rat here? The peddler himself. Okay, and what kind of a rat he is? He would have been caught in the world's rat trap. He would have been. Okay, so he is not trapped. That is what the meaning here. He is not trapped in the world's rat trap. By whom he is saved? By the kindness of Edla. Okay, so by the kindness of Edla, the kindness of Edla rescued him from getting trapped in the world's rat trap. So what is the meaning? Don't you think that he was a changed man now? Yes, obviously he was a changed man, and he was a new man now. He became a very good person now. Okay, so what helped him to change from selfish to a kind man? He became a changed person. By whom he became like this? By the kindness of Etla. So this is the lesson, children. There ends the lesson, and let's see the theme of the lesson. Yes, so the theme is, in the beginning, the rat trap seller, he was looking very selfish, and but in the end of the lesson he became very generous. What changed him? The generosity and the kindness of Edla changed him. Okay, the next is, her kindness changes his bitter attitude towards life. Yes, so in the beginning we saw what kind of attitude he had towards the world. Yes or no? He didn't bother about anybody, he didn't care about anybody, but in the end he was changed. Okay, he returned the 30 kroner of the old man. Yes or no? He gave a rat trap as a gift to Edla. So all these things tell us that he was changed. He became a good person. What changed him? Edla's kindness changed him. And also we saw different types of nature of different humans in this lesson. So what all characters we saw, children? Now we have to analyze each and every character in a very detailed way. So first we saw peddler. He had a nature, initially a different nature. In the end of the lesson, the nature is changed. Okay, the character is changed. Then we saw crofter. He was very welcoming and warm hearted and very friendly, and he believed people very easily. Okay, so this is his nature. Next we saw the master smith. Okay, so he was he was helpful, but partially. He was not very kind and polite. He was very arrogant. So by seeing the appearance of the peddler, he was very arrogantly, he accepted, he allowed him to sleep there, to take rest. So this is his nature. And then we saw Iron Master. Iron Master is what? When he thought that he was Nils Olof, he started showering all his love and care. But the next morning, when he came to know that he was not his friend, he started blasting on him. He started scolding him, screaming at him, and he also threatened the peddler that he would call the sheriff. So he had this kind of nature, and immediately when Edla convinced him, he got convinced very easily. So this kind of nature he has. So he was not stable actually. Okay, so he didn't have any stability of mind. His mind always changed. Okay, next is Edla. Edla is a very kind, very generous, very polite, and she also had a very good knowledge of judging people. So at the first moment when she saw the peddler, she understood that he was not a captain, he was a thief. Okay, so she was very good in identifying people, and not only identifying, she was also very good in convincing, to persuade people. She was very good. All right. So these are different natures of different humans, and also we saw that all humans, they have some good thing inside them. They just need some love and some understanding to awake those good qualities. So if somebody is behaving in a bad way to you, it doesn't mean that the person is bad. Okay, there is good in all the human beings, children. They just need some sympathy, they need some time, they need some love and understanding, and automatically the good qualities in them will come out. Okay, so this is the lesson, it is all about. So I hope you understood the lesson, children. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Please read the lesson from the book also. I have told you some meanings, but while reading, if you come across some passive words, do find meaning in the dictionary. Use the dictionary properly, and please mark the meanings in the book. And you will also get one worksheet based on this lesson. Please complete it properly. And that's all, children. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.